What's up, Rise and Shine? It's Cool Water, the Digital Dope Man in the AM. Making this little road trip to the house. Leaving the south for a minute, heading up north. Something just came across my mind as of late. It's been a few things going on, and I wanted to just document or cement my point of view into the digital stratosphere. So, and I'm just gonna connect all the dots, because, like, when you drive and your mind opens up and everything starts to become a lot clearer to you when you're headed in another direction, away from your normal way of living, so to speak. So, I'm Cool Water, the Digital Dope Man. I'm the host and the captain of the podcast called Ballroom Chats, where we focus on entertainment, politics, culture, business, and try to bring you some of the latest content, latest information you can possibly check out. I'm the founder and creator of the blog ishiphopdead.com and the website, thedigitaldopeman.com. So, begin to look them up. Definitely subscribe to the YouTube page, youtube.com/coolwater102. At some point, I'm going to have to probably transition over, but they won't let me change the name. Everybody want to track what you're doing, so they won't let me change the name to the Digital Dope Man. So at some point, I'm going to have to probably slide over and open up another account. But check out the youtube.com/coolwater102 and look for the podcast, the Ballroom Chats. So many of you probably haven't heard, or you probably have but ain't paying no attention to it. But I'm going to tie all this together, and I'm really thinking of a title now. It'll probably be the exposing of illegal activity in law, government, and politics. I may come back and do something else, but I'll throw that out there. So, everybody know about R. Kelly. R. Kelly is on trial, or should I say is being allegedly accused of inappropriate conduct with little girls. Everybody know about Jussie Smollett supposedly staging staging an attack by some Nigerian brothers so that he can look like the victim, to possibly use that to leverage himself into getting more money as a empire actor, which backfired. So Jussie Smollett was released from his 16-count felony indictment by the state prosecutor, Kim, and I forgot her last name, maybe Andrews or Askew, and she dropped all charges. Supposedly the prosecution and the defense came to some resolution, in which case, they went on to drop the charges. The mayor of Chicago, current mayor, Ron Emanuel, was pissed off because he feels like, the evidence supports what needs to be supported for Jussie to go to trial. Now, slide over to R. Kelly, and the prosecuting attorney that was after him, Michael Avenatti, recently went into jail for some fraud and conspiracy and embezzlement or something like that, dealing with Nike and a few other things. Now, he on the chopping block. And then it comes out that there may be some FBI investigation with the district attorney for Chicago, which is Kim, who was also part of the Jussie Smollett case. Now, she may have some heat on her. So, how does all this play into one another's hands? This is the stuff that I was talking about when I was talking to you about the Illuminati and R. Kelly and the woman Tamala, I think it's Hellsfield out of Forsyth County, Georgia. See, most of y'all look at stuff from the forefront. Y'all look at stuff from the first initial onset of whatever the information is that they give you, without delving and doing some homework and really seeing what's up. All these people, like somebody said, and if, when you really start to examine it, everybody in the political game, everybody in the judicial game, they really friends. And it's just depending upon what's advantageous for them. So you take Nipsey Hussle, who was just supposedly murdered by one of his friends, Eric Holder. Well, Eric Holder has now obtained one of the top attorneys out of the O.J. Simpson trial, Christopher Darden. I think that was the black guy with the glasses, the bald head guy back in the 90s when O.J. was on. So he jumps up and decides he's going to defend what is already allegedly to be the murderer of Nipsey Hussle. And is it advantageous for him to do that? Well, probably so, because he want to boost his career. He want to get a little shine. He trying to make sure that, you know, he can cement himself in the history books. But when you start talking about illegal activity, and how it all plays out, at the end of the day, everybody's scratching everybody's back. And if you're not in the circle, it's going to be hard for you to get your back scratched. It's going to be hard for you to get out of certain situations. You take, I just seen the documentary on the Central Park 5. Them 5 black boys that went to prison based on some lady being raped and assaulted in the Central Park in New York. Them young men didn't know nothing about that woman. But because the police, prosecuting attorneys, they needed an scapegoat. They had to find somebody who they could pin it on. They was all in bed together. It was easy for them to coerce young 14, 15-year-old teenagers into saying, you did it. Don't you want to go home? Just say you did it and we'll send you home, because they didn't know what was going on. They had no indication about the magnitude of what they was up against, and then their parents was ill-informed and didn't have a lot of money and didn't really understand the entirety of what this whole situation was about. So because they didn't fight back and they didn't stand up and they didn't tell their children about certain things, they ended up going to prison for 10, 11, 12, 13 years, just based off the mere fact that the crooked legal system, the crooked political system, the crooked judicial system, crooked cops, lawyers, attorneys, district attorneys, mayors, and everybody else is washing each other's hand in order to keep themselves from looking like a basket case and looking like an imbecile. So now, the city of Chicago wants Jussie Smollett to pay $130,000 in restitution, because that's what it costs the city to process and work his case. Now, in my personal opinion, I think Jussie is a full-fledged liar. He gonna lie like a female would to his grave. He set the shit up. Dude ain't popular and revered enough for nobody to want to jump him. Beyond the fact that he's a homosexual male, and that some of the stuff that he doing may be against the normal scheme of things, I don't see, unless it was somebody from another culture, running up on dude trying to attack him. It just ain't advantageous for somebody to jump out there and want to hurt that man. So I think he's a full-fledged liar. I think he lied for the sake of trying to use that to his advantage to get ahead. It turned out to be a fraud. R. Kelly, who we know have had some dealings in the past, got off. Supposedly he moved on and stepped his game up a little bit, so he ended up in the same bedroom twice. Is being alleged to have messed around with underage girls. But the very people who are trying to prosecute him is the very people who also got dirt on their hands. They crooked. You see what I'm saying? They dirty in their own right. See, they themselves are not as something was coming on the news. Their hands is dirty. See, that's what I'm saying. Crooks is working together, man, to ensure that the good guy don't advance. And in most cases, you know, a lot of these folks in blue suits is just as crooked as the average person out here, except they get bigger checks for being a crook. So the chance, I really don't think R. Kelly gonna go down for sure now, because if the FBI is investigating the district attorney for Chicago, Kim, Michael Avenatti got a case on him that might send him to jail for, I think they said 100 years for his alleged illegal activity that he claimed he don't have nothing to do with Nike and everything else. It's not, everybody else got dirt. Everybody got issues right now. So it's not advantageous to be trying to worry about R. Kelly on something, like I said before, that's petty in a sense, because in the long scheme of things, ain't nobody worried about black women in their pussy hole. They just ain't worried about it. Because all this could have got resolved. They could have ran this 20 years ago. See? And the question you always have to ask is, okay, well, if it was a problem, where's the police reports that you filed back in the early 2000s, back in the late 90s, which would have shown that you was concerned about the situation then? Where are the police files and the police reports? Most of y'all just took a payout. Just took the buyout. Here you go. Here go 50 grand. Here go 60 grand. Sign off, confidentiality agreement, whatever, and get the hell on. And then when somebody come back and offer you an opportunity to get your story told and make more money, okay, now you want to jump back bad. Now you want to take the man through some more shit. Now you want to go ahead and run amok because you're trying to get a book deal, because you're trying to blow up. You didn't get a chance to get your career off the ground. You're trying to bubble. So you're going to send a dude to jail for 70 years and you talking about mute R. Kelly. Mute R. Kelly for what? The music ain't on trial. He on trial. You see what I'm saying? And like I said before, once the smoke clear, if he get off, he going to be the greatest R&B legend ever. And his music gonna get rotated like you ain't never heard before. Everybody gonna have tabletop discussions. Everybody gonna wash it under the rug. The people that know, and the people that don't know. And everybody gonna go on. Some people gonna be like, man, that nigga crook, he this, he that. But at the end of the day, life gonna continue on. But see, you got these people over here on the other side of the fence who doing the prosecuting. Is they just as dirty. They just as illegal. They got, see, you know what I'm saying? It's different when you come with a clean towel. These people are not in favor of the little guy. That's why they create all these laws. To keep the little guy down. A cat like myself, they don't want to see a dude like me rise. Because I ain't bought and paid for. They don't want to see a dude like Umar Johnson rise. Because he ain't bought and paid for. You ain't in nobody clique. You ain't in nobody's circle. You ain't being taken. You know, you ain't got no stain on you. And that's what you dealing with out here, man. I don't see either one. But when you look across the board, here this chick, the district attorney for Chicago, over the R. Kelly case, over the Jussie Smollett case. Then you got Michael Avenatti. He's over the prosecuting attorney for R. Kelly. You know, Chris Darden down there in L.A. And you know, I'm sure he knows big time New York State attorney Michael Avenatti. All these people, man, they go to lunch together. They hang out together. They golf together. They talk together. It's a club. It's just like the police. Police is a gang. It's a club. It's a club. And if you ain't in the club, you subject to whatever they dishing out. You see what I'm saying? It's just like when I said, talking about Tamla Harsford. She thought them white women, cookie moms, soccer moms, Girl Scout, cookie friends and family, she thought everybody was wholesome. And then their boyfriends, husbands in the background plotting her murder. And then boom, she ends up dead. On a sleepover now. Old boy out there in Douglas County, Georgia. Young cat, went to the high school, get hit in the head, get rolled up in the mat. Down in the basement. The video cameras clearly show what's going on. But somebody went in and erased it. Somebody went in and clipped it. Somebody went in and cut it. Parents don't never know who truly hit their son in the head. But the two that have been alleged to have done it, they got off. They cool with the mayor. They cool with the police chief. They cool with the coroner. Everybody working against your rise. You know what I'm saying? They out here planning your demise. And this is what you dealing with, man. Everything, like my boy ISQ say, everything is corrupt. Everything is corrupt. There is no righteousness in my eyes in religion, in politics, in business, you know, in technology. All this shit is advantageous to the people, man, that create the system in favor for them so they can get ahead. Straight up. Nipsey Hussle, good dude. He tried to put something down. He tried to put some things in the hood. But the very dude that he was helping was a dude that came and shot him in the back. Same thing with King. Same thing with Malcolm X. Same thing with Khalid Muhammad. Hey, man, the game ain't to be sold, it's to be told. The game ain't to be told, it's to be sold, is what they say. Something like that. It's not far-fetched to believe that somebody like Jussie Smollett, who the only reason he not going to jail is because he a celebrity. That's the only reason. But it ain't in the favor of the city of Chicago to send a dude like him to jail because it looks bad. He don't have no past criminal record, and he is a star on a hot popular television show that come on every Wednesday. So it don't look good for the city of Chicago to be incarcerating somebody who already has some type of established history in the world of Hollywood and in the city of Chicago and various other places. So we need to really drop the case. Now, Mayor Ron Emanuel, he ain't connected to the shit because why? He ain't into the celebrity stuff. He a politician. So he like, this dude need to be prosecuted. This dude need to be the evidence shows that this was a hoax. So they said, well, he need to pay the city back. Okay, Jussie, I ain't paying the city back. So now you got a problem because see, at the end of the day, Jussie not playing the game, whereas make a faith payment. The faith payment is, you know, you throw $20,000, $30,000 on the bill, then they the rest of it they'll write off. Because he not playing the game. Now, this shit probably come back and haunt him later on. Because he don't know how to play the game. He think, he big and bad. And in my personal opinion, he a liar. He's a liar. You feel me? It's just something about dude. He's an actor. He's good at what he does, so he can act his way out of a situation and make you believe this is what it is because this is how he's been trained. You see what I'm saying? But the Nigerian boys, they know. Yeah, you might have wrote the check for this, but this is a conversation that we had. So one hand washes the other, man. Check out R. Kelly cousin, Levi for Kelly, because he be spitting a lot of juice about the situation. And like I told y'all before, it's deeper than just R. Kelly and some girls. That man, that's bogus. Because the same people that's prosecuting you is the same people that might be messing around with little girls and little boys themselves. You dig? And they messing around playing games. And this is the nature of the beast out here that you involved with. It's something going on, behind the door, but we can't be caught, but you can. We gonna tell on you, but you can't tell on us. So I just wanted to spit that, man, because it came across my mind. You really got to look at how the dots is connected out here. You really got to see, and then something else too. And I'm gonna spit this. Like I got a new ebook, a how-to guide to banking black. I wrote the book based off, and it's a short book. I wrote the book based off of Killer Mike and Jermaine Dupri's everybody's effort to increase black depositors at black banks. And I seen some issues in some of the things they was doing based off my own research and stuff. So I wrote that. But as I reach out to other people to help me get the word out, all of a sudden now everybody's funny styling. Scared that I'm going to get a lead, scared that somebody going to give me their email, scared that I'm going to do better than them because they don't really know how to move out here properly when you start talking about internet marketing. So they in fear of a brother coming up. They in fear of a brother being able to touch a certain amount of people with the content and people actually remember who you are, connect to your brand, and actually give you kudos for what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? So when you connect the dots, everybody like that. Everybody is working against your progress, even some of your close partners working against your progress because they themselves might not want to see you push to the next level without their involvement or their approval. You feel me? So it's like you really got to be savvy and sly and be wise as a serpent in order to really see the type of success and whatnot that you want. And then you got to look out for the snakes because the snakes is always on the move, man. Hey, man, I'm going to get up. This Cool Water Digital Dope, man. Again, check me out at Barroom Chats Podcast on Spreaker. Subscribe to that. Check me out on the YouTube, youtube.com. Or just type in Cool Water 102. Check me out. Subscribe to that. Check out my blog, ishiphopdead.com. Subscribe to that. And, just hang out with me for a little bit so we can build, man. Peace and stay blessed. Holla.